The collective site, located in the state of Rajasthan, encompasses 6 magnificent forts in Chittorgarh, Kumbhalgarh, Sawai Madhopur, Jalore, Jaipur, and Jaisalmer. The diverse architectural styles exhibited by these forts, some of which span an impressive circumference of up to 20 kilometers, bear witness to the supremacy of the Rajput princely states that thrived in the region from the 8th to the 18th centuries. Enclosed within fortified walls are significant urban centers, palaces, bustling trade hubs, and various structures, including ancient temples that predate the fortifications. These forts fostered a sophisticated courtly culture that fostered education, music, and the arts. Several urban centers within the fortifications have withstood the test of time, along with numerous temples and sacred buildings. The forts ingeniously utilized the natural defenses provided by the landscape, such as hills, deserts, rivers, and dense forests. Additionally, they showcase elaborate water harvesting systems, many of which are still functional in present times. Welcome to the captivating world of the Hill Forts of Rajasthan. Situated in the enchanting state of Rajasthan, this UNESCO World Heritage Site comprises 6 grand forts that showcase the architectural marvels and cultural richness of the region. The forts of Chittorgarh, Kumbhalgarh, Sawai Madhopur, Jalore, Jaipur, and Jaisalmer stand as magnificent testaments to the power and opulence of the Rajput princely states that flourished from the 8th to the 18th centuries. These hill forts, with their diverse architectural styles and imposing structures, reflect the grandeur and strategic significance of their respective eras. Spanning vast areas, some of these forts encompass entire urban centers, palaces, bustling markets, and sacred temples. The fortifications themselves bear witness to the elaborate courtly culture that thrived within, fostering learning, music, and the arts. Through this documentary, we embark on a journey to explore the hill forts of Rajasthan, delving into their historical origins, architectural splendor, cultural significance, and enduring legacies. Join us as we unravel the tales of valor, beauty, and rich heritage that reside within the walls of these magnificent forts. The 6 grand hill forts within the state of Rajasthan collectively represent the fortified centers of power of the Rajput princely states that thrived from the 8th to the 18th centuries, showcasing their significant political autonomy. These expansive forts, spanning up to 20 kilometers in circumference, were ingeniously designed to make the most of the diverse hill landscapes they were built upon. Whether situated by the Gagron River, surrounded by dense forests in Ranthambore, or emerging from the desert in Jaisalmer, each fort exemplifies a distinct architectural typology rooted in traditional Indian principles. While sharing common elements and ornamental motifs with other regional styles like Sultanate and Mughal architecture, Rajput architecture stands out for its eclectic nature, drawing inspiration from predecessors and neighboring styles. This unique blend of influences not only distinguishes Rajput architecture but also extends its influence to later regional styles, including Maratha architecture. The hill forts of Rajasthan stand as enduring testaments to the rich heritage of the Rajput dynasties. Through their remarkable architecture and strategic locations, they symbolize the Rajput rulers' authority, resilience, and artistic sensibilities. These forts not only served as defensive structures but also as centers of cultural and political significance, fostering a vibrant courtly culture that influenced the artistic expressions of the region. The architectural diversity and historical significance of these hill forts highlight the rich tapestry of Rajasthan's heritage. They are a testament to the region's complex history, blending indigenous traditions with external influences, resulting in a distinct Rajput architectural style. By recognizing and preserving these hill forts, we honor the legacy of the Rajput rulers and ensure that future generations can appreciate the grandeur and architectural excellence that defines Rajasthan's cultural identity. The fort's defensive walls not only served as protective barriers, but also housed a vibrant courtly culture, promoting arts, music, and learning. The palaces and other structures within the forts exemplify their role as centers of patronage and intellectual exchange. These forts were not only military strongholds, but also thriving urban settlements, some of which have persisted over the centuries. Additionally, they functioned as mercantile centers, facilitating production, trade, and wealth accumulation. Many forts encompass temples and sacred buildings, some predating the fortifications themselves, which continue to attract devoted followers. The forts boast extensive water harvesting systems, many of which are still functional today. Chittorgarh, as the former capital of the Sisodia clan and the site of significant historical sieges, holds deep associations with Rajput history and folklore. Its architectural remains, spanning from the 8th to the 16th centuries, make it an exceptional fort in terms of scale and monumentality, rivaling only a few other Indian forts. Kumbhalgarh stands out for its architectural coherence, constructed as a unified entity under the guidance of the renowned architect Mandan, who was also an esteemed author and theorist in the court of Rana Kumbha. Ranthambore, nestled amidst forests, serves as a prime example of a forest hill fort, and its ancient palace structures, notably Hammir's Palace, are among the oldest surviving Indian palaces. Gagron, with its strategic location along a river and control over trade routes, showcases the significance of river-protected forts. Amber Palace represents a pivotal phase in the development of a distinct Rajput Mughal court style, characterized by the additions of Mirza Raja Jai Singh I to the existing Amber complex. Jaisalmer, an exemplar of a desert hill fort, not only features an extensive township that remains inhabited to this day but also houses a remarkable group of Jain temples, making it a rare combination of a sacred and secular urban fort. The forts of Rajasthan, with their diverse architectural styles and historical significance, stand as testament to the rich cultural heritage of the region. They embody the valor, grandeur, and artistic prowess of the Rajput rulers, while also showcasing their deep connections with trade, religion, and intellectual pursuits. These forts are living testaments to the legacy of the Rajput kingdoms, inspiring awe and admiration in visitors and serving as proud reminders of Rajasthan's glorious past. By preserving and honoring these forts, we ensure that their stories continue to be told and appreciated by future generations, fostering a deeper understanding and appreciation of Rajasthan's architectural and cultural heritage. Historical context. To truly appreciate the hill forts of Rajasthan, it is essential to delve into their historical context. These forts emerged during the reign of the Rajput princely states, which held sway over the region for centuries. Rajasthan, known as the Land of Kings, witnessed the rise of various Rajput dynasties, each establishing their dominion over different parts of the state. These dynasties, including the Chauhans, Sisodias, Rathors, and others, built these forts as formidable bastions of power and defense against external invasions. The construction of these forts spans several centuries, with the earliest forts dating back to the 8th century CE. Over time, the Rajput rulers fortified their strongholds, expanding their territories and establishing thriving urban centers within the protective walls. These forts not only served as defensive fortifications, but also as centers of governance, culture, and commerce. They were the seats of power from where the Rajput rulers administered their realms, conducted diplomatic affairs, and patronized arts and sciences. The historical context of the hill forts of Rajasthan encompasses numerous battles, alliances, and shifting political landscapes. It reflects the turbulent history of Rajasthan, marked by conflicts between Rajput clans, invasions by external forces, and the eventual integration of the region into the Mughal Empire. Understanding this historical backdrop enables us to appreciate the significance of these forts as symbols of Rajput valor, architectural brilliance, and the vibrant cultural tapestry that flourished within the walls of these majestic structures. Forts of Chittorgarh. The fort of Chittorgarh stands as an iconic symbol of valor, resilience, and sacrifice. Situated in the southern part of Rajasthan, it is one of the most renowned hill forts in India. The fort of Chittorgarh has witnessed countless battles and sieges throughout its history. Its origins can be traced back to the 7th century, making it one of the oldest forts in Rajasthan. Over the centuries, it served as the capital of the Mewar kingdom, ruled by the Sisodia Rajputs. The fort is strategically located atop a hill, providing a commanding view of the surrounding plains. Its expansive walls extend over 7 kilometers, encompassing a vast area that includes several palaces, temples, and reservoirs. The fort is adorned with numerous gates, such as the iconic Ram Pole and the formidable Bhairo Pole, each bearing its own historical significance. The palaces within the fort showcase the architectural prowess of the Rajput rulers. The Rana Kumbha Palace, named after the legendary Rana Kumbha, is one of the notable structures. Its exquisite pillars, balconies, and chambers reflect the grandeur of the bygone era. The Padmini Palace, associated with the legendary Queen Padmini, is another remarkable structure that evokes tales of beauty and valor. Chittorgarh Fort is also home to several magnificent temples. The Vijay Stambh, Tower of Victory, and the Kirti Stambh, Tower of Fame, stand as testaments to the religious and artistic fervor of the Rajputs. These intricately carved towers depict scenes from Hindu mythology and pay homage to the deities revered by the Rajput rulers. The fort's history is steeped in legends and heroic tales of bravery. It witnessed 3 major sieges by Alauddin Khilji, Bahadur Shah of Gujarat, and Emperor Akbar, each resulting in immense sacrifices and acts of selfless valor. The stories of Rani Padmini's sacrifice, Maharana Pratap's defiance, and the Jauhar, mass self-immolation, of Rajput women echo through the corridors of this magnificent fort. Today, the fort of Chittorgarh stands as a UNESCO World Heritage Site and attracts tourists from around the world. Its towering walls, majestic palaces, and revered temples provide a glimpse into the glorious past of Rajasthan and the indomitable spirit of its people. The fort is a testament to the rich cultural heritage and architectural splendor of the Rajput era, leaving visitors in awe of its grandeur and historical significance. Forts of Kumbhalgarh. The fort of Kumbhalgarh, nestled amidst the rugged Aravalli Hills in Rajasthan, is a testament to the architectural brilliance and strategic prowess of the Rajput rulers. It is renowned for being one of the most formidable and well-preserved hill forts in India. Built in the 15th century by Rana Kumbha, the fort served as a strategic stronghold for the Mewar kingdom. Its magnificent walls stretch over 36 kilometers, making it the second longest continuous wall after the Great Wall of China. The walls of Kumbhalgarh Fort are so wide that they are said to be wide enough for 8 horses to walk side by side. The fort's defensive architecture is remarkable, with over 360 temples housed within its precincts. The most famous among them is the Badal Mahal, or the Palace of Clouds, which offers breathtaking views of the surrounding landscape. The fort's intricately carved gateways, such as the Hanuman Pole and the Ram Pole, exhibit the artistic finesse and attention to detail characteristic of Rajput architecture. Kumbhalgarh Fort is not only a symbol of military might but also a center of cultural and artistic patronage. The fort's palaces and temples showcase exquisite carvings and frescoes that depict scenes from Hindu mythology and Rajput history. The Nilkanth Mahadev Temple, dedicated to Lord Shiva, is a prominent religious site within the fort. The fort's importance is further enhanced by its association with the legendary Rajput warrior Maharana Pratap. It served as his birthplace and later became his refuge during the turbulent times of Mewar's history. The valor and bravery displayed by Maharana Pratap and his loyal soldiers in defending Kumbhalgarh Fort against the Mughal forces have become legendary tales of heroism. Today, Kumbhalgarh Fort is recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site and attracts tourists from around the globe. Its imposing structure, panoramic views, and rich historical significance make it a must-visit destination for history enthusiasts and architecture lovers. The fort stands as a testament to the glorious past of Rajasthan and the indomitable spirit of its people, preserving the legacy of the Rajput rulers and their contributions to Indian history and culture. Forts of Jaipur. The forts of Jaipur, the capital city of Rajasthan, are a splendid reflection of the rich heritage and architectural grandeur of the region. Jaipur, also known as the Pink City, is renowned for its magnificent forts that have stood the test of time and continue to captivate visitors with their beauty and historical significance. The most iconic fort in Jaipur is the Amber Fort, also called Amer Fort, which stands majestically on a hilltop overlooking the city. Built in the 16th century by Raja Man Singh I, the fort showcases a harmonious blend of Rajput and Mughal architectural styles. Its imposing walls, intricate carvings, and stunning mirror work make it a true architectural marvel. The fort's main attractions include the Divaniyam, Hall of Public Audience, the Diwani Khas, Hall of Private Audience, and the enchanting Sheesh Mahal, Mirror Palace. Another notable fort in Jaipur is the Nahargarh Fort, situated on the rugged Aravalli Hills. Built as a defensive fortification, Nahargarh Fort offers breathtaking panoramic views of the cityscape. The fort's strategic location and architectural splendor make it a popular attraction among tourists. Jaigarh Fort, also known as the Fort of Victory, is another magnificent fort in Jaipur. It was built to protect the Amber Fort and served as a military stronghold. Jaigarh Fort is famous for housing the world's largest cannon on wheels, known as Javna, as well as its extensive water supply system. The forts of Jaipur not only showcase impressive architecture but also provide insights into the rich history and culture of Rajasthan. They were not just defensive structures but also served as centers of governance and cultural patronage. The forts were adorned with intricate frescoes, elaborate gardens, and opulent palaces, reflecting the opulence and grandeur of the Rajput rulers. Today, these forts are major tourist attractions and offer visitors a chance to delve into the glorious past of Rajasthan. Their well-preserved structures, captivating stories, and panoramic views make them a must-visit for history enthusiasts, architecture lovers, and those seeking a glimpse into the royal legacy of Rajasthan. The forts of Jaipur stand as proud symbols of the city's royal heritage, preserving the legacy of the Rajput rulers and their contributions to Indian history and architecture. Exploring these forts is like stepping back in time, immersing oneself in the grandeur and splendor of an era long gone but still etched in the walls of these magnificent structures. Amber, formerly a Meena state, was governed by the Susawat clan. Kakil Deo, son of Dulherai, defeated the Meenas and established Amber as the capital of Dhundar after Kho. Originally known as Amber or Dhundar, the state of Jaipur was under the control of Meena chiefs from 5 different tribes, who were subordinate to the Badgurjar Rajput Raja of Deoti. Later, Dulha Rai, a prince from the Kachwaha dynasty, overcame the Meenas and vanquished the Bargarjars of Deoli, bringing Dhundar completely under Kachwaha rule. The Amber Fort was initially constructed by Raja Man Singh, and it was later expanded by Jai Singh I. Over the next 150 years, successive rulers made improvements and additions to the fort until the Kachwahas moved their capital to Jaipur during the reign of Sawai Jai Singh II in 1727. In the medieval period, Amer was referred to as Dhundhar, and it was governed by the Kachwahas from the 11th century to 1727 AD, when the capital was shifted from Amer to Jaipur. The history of Amer is closely intertwined with these rulers as they established their empire in Amer. The palace is divided into 6 distinct sections, each with its own entrance gate and courtyard. The primary entrance is known as the Suraj Paul or Sun Gate, which grants access to the first main courtyard. This area served as a venue for victory parades, where victorious armies would showcase their war spoils upon returning from battles. The parades were also observed by the women of the royal family through intricately designed latticed windows. One captivating feature of this place is the marble panel, known as the Magic Flower, located at the bottom of a pillar near the Mirror Palace. The panel portrays 2 graceful butterflies in mid-flight. What makes this artwork even more intriguing is that the flower has 7 distinct designs, including a fishtail, lotus, hooded cobra, elephant trunk, lion's tail, cob of corn, and scorpion. Each design can be seen by using a unique technique of partially concealing the panel with one's hands. It adds an element of surprise and discovery for those who engage with this artistic masterpiece. During the 37th meeting of the World Heritage Committee in Phnom Penh in June 2013, 6 forts in Rajasthan were inscribed on the UNESCO World Heritage Site list. These forts, namely Amber Fort, Chittor Fort, Gagron Fort, Jaisalmer Fort, Kumbhalgarh, and Ranthambore Fort, were acknowledged as a collective cultural property representing the exceptional Rajput military hill architecture. This recognition highlights their significance in preserving and showcasing the rich heritage and architectural prowess of the Rajput dynasty. Situated atop the Chil Ka Tila, Hill of Eagles, in the Aravali range, this palace shares its location with Jaigarh Fort. The palace and Jaigarh Fort are interconnected through an underground passage, forming a unified complex. This passage served as an escape route during times of conflict, facilitating the safe passage of the royal family and other individuals residing within the Amer Fort. Forts of Jaisalmer. The forts of Jaisalmer, located in the heart of the Thar Desert in Rajasthan, are a testament to the architectural brilliance and cultural heritage of the region. Rising like a golden mirage from the sand dunes, these forts have stood strong for centuries, protecting the city and its people. The centerpiece of Jaisalmer is the majestic Jaisalmer Fort, also known as Sonar Kila or the Golden Fort. Built in the 12th century by Rawal Josal, the fort is a remarkable example of Rajput military architecture. Its golden yellow sandstone walls blend harmoniously with the desert landscape, giving it an ethereal glow during sunrise and sunset. Inside the fort, one can find narrow lanes, intricately carved havelis, mansions, magnificent palaces, and vibrant markets that showcase the rich cultural heritage of Jaisalmer. The fort also houses several beautifully adorned Jain temples, known for their exquisite architecture and detailed stone carvings. The Jain temples of Jaisalmer, such as the Jain temples of Chandraprabhu and Parshvanath, are revered by devotees and admired by visitors for their ornate facades and serene ambience. Another notable fort in Jaisalmer is the Bada Bagh, located outside the city. It is a complex of cenotaphs, memorial structures, dedicated to the rulers of Jaisalmer. These intricately designed cenotaphs, with their imposing domes and intricate carvings, serve as a tribute to the valor and achievements of the past rulers. Exploring the forts of Jaisalmer is like stepping into a bygone era, where the air is filled with tales of valor, romance, and the vibrant culture of Rajasthan. The forts have withstood the test of time, preserving the architectural marvels and cultural heritage of the region. Today, these forts attract tourists from around the world, offering a glimpse into the rich history and cultural legacy of Jaisalmer. Visitors can wander through the narrow alleys, admire the intricate artwork, and soak in the panoramic views of the desert city. The forts also serve as venues for cultural events, showcasing traditional Rajasthani music, dance, and folklore. The forts of Jaisalmer are not just architectural marvels, they are living monuments that embody the spirit of Rajasthan. They are a testament to the valor and artistic brilliance of the Rajput rulers who left an indelible mark on the history and culture of the region. Exploring these forts is a journey back in time, where one can immerse oneself in the grandeur and splendor of a bygone era. During the 37th session of the World Heritage Committee in Phnom Penh, Cambodia, in 2013, Jaisalmer Fort, along with 5 other forts in Rajasthan, was designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site as part of the collective recognition of the Hill Forts of Rajasthan. According to legend, Rawal Josal, a Bhati Rajput, is believed to have constructed the fort in 1156 CE. It is said that the fort replaced an earlier structure in Lodhruva that Josal found unsatisfactory, prompting him to establish a new capital and found the city of Jaisalmer. During the reign of Rawal Lunakaran, around 1530 to 1551 CE, the fort faced an attack by Afghan chief Amir Ali. Faced with the possibility of defeat, Rawal Lunakaran made the tragic decision to sacrifice his womenfolk, as there was insufficient time to organize a Johar, self-immolation. However, reinforcements arrived just after the act, leading to the victory of Jaisalmer's army in defending the fort. Stretching over 1,500 feet, 460 meters in length and 750 feet, 230 meters in width, the fort is perched on a hill that rises to a height of 250 feet, 76 meters, above the surrounding landscape. Its outermost ring consists of a 15 feet, 4.6 m, tall wall, forming the fort's first line of defense within its triple-layered defensive structure. The fort's inner wall perimeter, about 2.5 mi, 4.0 kilometers long, is marked by the upper bastions or towers that provide additional defense. Over time, the fort has been fortified with 99 bastions, with 92 of them either built or significantly rebuilt between 1633 and 1647. The fort also features 4 fortified entrances or gates facing the town, one of which was once protected by cannons. The fort was recognized by the World Monuments Fund in its 1996 World Monuments Watch, and subsequently in the 1998 and 2000 reports, due to concerns about the growing population residing within the fort and the increasing number of tourists who flock to the site each year. Being one of Rajasthan's top tourist destinations, the fort attracts a significant influx of visitors, estimated at around 5 to 600,000 annually. Consequently, the fort has become a hub of commercial activities and has experienced a remarkable surge in both human and vehicular traffic. Forts of Mehrangarh. Perched on a rocky hill in the city of Jodhpur, the forts of Mehrangarh stand as formidable symbols of power and grandeur. The Mehrangarh Fort, also known as the Citadel of the Sun, is one of the largest and most magnificent forts in Rajasthan. Built in the 15th century by Rao Jodha, the founder of Jodhpur, the fort offers breathtaking panoramic views of the Blue City and the surrounding landscape. The Mehrangarh Fort is a masterpiece of Rajput architecture, with its massive sandstone walls rising high above the city. The intricate carvings, imposing gates, and intricate latticework showcase the exquisite craftsmanship of the artisans of that era. Inside the fort, one can explore a labyrinth of courtyards, palaces, and temples that narrate the tales of Jodhpur's rich history. The palaces within the fort, such as the Moti Mahal, Pearl Palace, Phool Mahal, Flower Palace, and Sheesh Mahal, Mirror Palace, are adorned with delicate mirror work, colorful frescoes, and ornate decorations. These palaces served as the residences of the royal family and were designed to reflect their opulence and refinement. The museum within Mehrangarh Fort houses a vast collection of artifacts, including royal costumes, arms and armor, paintings, and historical manuscripts. Visitors can delve into the history and culture of Jodhpur through the displays that showcase the artistic and cultural heritage of the region. One of the most iconic features of Mehrangarh Fort is its several strategically positioned cannons. These cannons were not only a means of defense, but also a symbol of the military might of the Rathore dynasty. The Chamunda Devi Temple, located within the fort, is a revered place of worship and offers a serene and spiritual ambience. The forts of Mehrangarh have witnessed numerous battles, sieges, and royal ceremonies throughout the centuries. Today, they stand as a living testament to the valor and legacy of the Rathore rulers. The forts attract tourists from around the world, who come to admire the architectural splendor, delve into the history, and experience the vibrant cultural heritage of Jodhpur. The forts of Mehrangarh serve as venues for various cultural events and festivals, including music concerts, dance performances, and folk celebrations. These events bring alive the traditions and artistic traditions of Rajasthan, providing visitors with an immersive and enriching experience. Exploring the forts of Mehrangarh is like stepping into a royal kingdom, where every nook and corner echoes with tales of valor, romance, and the indomitable spirit of Rajasthan. The forts stand as guardians of the city, preserving its rich heritage and offering a glimpse into the glorious past of Jodhpur. Visiting the forts of Mehrangarh is an opportunity to immerse oneself in the grandeur, history, and architectural marvels of Rajasthan. It is a journey that transports you to a bygone era, where you can marvel at the majestic forts and feel the timeless charm of this desert kingdom. Forts of Ranthambore. Situated near the town of Sawai Madhopur, the forts of Ranthambore rise majestically amidst the rugged terrain of Rajasthan. The prominent fort in this region is the Ranthambore Fort, which stands as a testimony to the valor and grandeur of the past. Built in the 10th century, the fort played a significant role in the history of Rajasthan, witnessing the rise and fall of various dynasties. The Ranthambore Fort is strategically located atop a hill, providing a panoramic view of the surrounding forest and the famous Ranthambore National Park. Its sturdy walls, imposing gates, and intricate architecture reflect the expertise of the craftsmen of that era. The fort served as a defensive stronghold, protecting the rulers from external invasions. Within the fort, there are several palaces, temples, and other structures that showcase the architectural brilliance of the time. The Ganesha Temple, dedicated to Lord Ganesha, is one of the prominent temples within the fort complex. It is believed to be one of the oldest Ganesha temples in Rajasthan and attracts devotees from far and wide. The fort also houses the Hammir Court, which is a splendid example of Rajput architecture. It served as the royal court and witnessed the administration and governance of the region. The palace structures within the fort, such as the Badal Mahal, Palace of Clouds, and the Dhula Mahal, Palace of Pearls, display intricate frescoes, ornate ceilings, and exquisite artwork. Apart from its historical and architectural significance, the forts of Ranthambore hold immense ecological importance. The Ranthambore National Park, which surrounds the fort, is renowned for its diverse wildlife, including the majestic Royal Bengal tigers. The park is a heaven for nature enthusiasts and wildlife lovers who flock to witness the mesmerizing beauty of the flora and fauna. The forts of Ranthambore have been witness to numerous battles, conquests, and royal ceremonies. Today, they stand as a reminder of the rich heritage and the valor of the Rajput rulers. The forts attract tourists from across the globe who are captivated by the blend of history, wildlife, and natural beauty. Exploring the forts of Ranthambore offers a unique experience, where history and nature intertwine. Visitors can embark on a journey through time, marvel at the architectural marvels, and spot the enchanting wildlife in its natural habitat. The forts also provide a serene and tranquil ambience, allowing visitors to immerse themselves in the peacefulness of the surroundings. The forts of Ranthambore continue to play a crucial role in the conservation of wildlife and the preservation of cultural heritage. Efforts are being made to maintain the ecological balance and protect the rich biodiversity of the region. The forts stand as guardians of this natural and historical treasure, inviting visitors to explore and appreciate the wonders of Ranthambore. A visit to the forts of Ranthambore is an opportunity to delve into the fascinating history, witness the vibrant wildlife, and experience the timeless charm of Rajasthan. It is a journey that leaves an indelible impression, capturing the essence of the region's rich cultural heritage and natural splendor. Forts of Bundi. Nestled in the heart of Rajasthan, the forts of Bundi hold a prominent place in the region's rich historical legacy. Bundi, known for its captivating architecture and scenic beauty, is adorned with several magnificent forts that narrate tales of valor, grandeur, and artistic brilliance. One of the most iconic forts in Bundi is the Taragad Fort, also known as the Star Fort. Perched atop a steep hill, the fort offers breathtaking panoramic views of the town and its surroundings. Built in the 14th century, it served as a strategic stronghold to protect the kingdom from external invasions. The fort is renowned for its intricate carvings, imposing gateways, and impressive reservoirs that once ensured a constant water supply for the inhabitants. Within the Taragad Fort, visitors can explore various structures that reflect the architectural finesse of the era. The Bhim Burj, the largest battlement of the fort, stands tall as a testament to the fort's defensive capabilities. The fort also houses the Rani Mahal, an exquisite palace adorned with beautiful frescoes depicting mythological tales and scenes from everyday life. The Chittorgarh Mahal, with its unique umbrella-shaped structure, adds to the charm of the fort. Another notable fort in Bundi is the Bundi Palace, located adjacent to the Taragad Fort. The palace exemplifies the fusion of Rajput and Mughal architectural styles. It features intricately painted murals, ornate balconies, and exquisite carvings that showcase the artistic prowess of the craftsmen of that era. The Chitrashala, a part of the Bundi Palace, mesmerizes visitors with its stunning wall paintings depicting various themes, including religious stories, royal processions, and scenes from everyday life. Exploring the forts of Bundi is like stepping back in time, where each structure whispers stories of heroism, royalty, and cultural heritage. The forts are not just architectural marvels, but also serve as repositories of Bundi's rich history and traditions. They offer a glimpse into the opulent lifestyles of the rulers and the artistic brilliance that flourished during their reign. Visitors to the forts of Bundi can immerse themselves in the historical ambience, marvel at the intricate craftsmanship, and soak in the serenity of the surroundings. The forts provide a perfect backdrop for capturing breathtaking photographs and experiencing the grandeur of Rajasthan's regal past. Moreover, the forts of Bundi play a vital role in promoting tourism and preserving the cultural heritage of the region. Efforts are being made to conserve these architectural gems and promote sustainable tourism practices to ensure their longevity for future generations. A visit to the forts of Bundi is an enriching experience that unveils the glorious past of Rajasthan. It allows travelers to witness the architectural splendor, delve into the captivating history, and embrace the vibrant culture of this captivating region. The forts of Bundi stand as living testimonies to the grandeur and resilience of Rajasthan's royal heritage, inviting visitors to embark on a journey of discovery and awe. Forts of Jalore. Situated in the rugged terrain of Rajasthan, the forts of Jalore are a testament to the glorious past of this ancient city. Jalore, known as the Granite City, is renowned for its majestic forts that have withstood the test of time and continue to captivate visitors with their architectural grandeur and historical significance. The centerpiece of Jalore's fortifications is the Jalore Fort, also known as the Sonagiri Fort. Perched atop a hill, the fort offers panoramic views of the surrounding landscapes, providing a glimpse into the strategic importance of the location. Built in the 10th century, the fort served as a formidable defense stronghold for the rulers of Jalore and witnessed numerous battles and sieges throughout history. The Jalore fort showcases a unique blend of Rajput and Islamic architectural styles. Its massive walls, bastions, and gateways are a testament to the skilled craftsmanship of that era. As visitors enter the fort, they are greeted by intricate carvings, ornate pillars, and majestic palaces that once housed the royal families. The Rani Mahal, or Queen's Palace, stands as a splendid example of the architectural finesse and regal lifestyle of the bygone era. Within the Jalore fort, visitors can explore various structures that bear witness to the city's rich history. The Sire Mandir, a temple dedicated to Lord Shiva, displays exquisite sculptures and intricate detailing. The Jain temples within the fort complex are adorned with intricate marble carvings and beautifully painted ceilings, offering a spiritual retreat amidst the ancient walls. Apart from the Jalore fort, the region is also home to other notable forts, such as the Bhimkund fort and the Topkhana fort. Each fort has its unique architectural features and historical significance, contributing to the rich tapestry of Jalore's heritage. Exploring the forts of Jalore allows visitors to immerse themselves in the grandeur of Rajasthan's royal past. The forts stand as living testaments to the valor, resilience, and architectural brilliance of the rulers who once called this region home. The stunning panoramic views from the hilltop forts, coupled with the rich history and cultural significance, make Jalore a must-visit destination for history enthusiasts and architecture lovers. Efforts are being made to preserve and protect these forts, ensuring that their legacy continues to inspire future generations. The forts of Jalore serve as reminders of the city's rich cultural heritage and provide a glimpse into the royal legacy of Rajasthan. They are a testament to the city's glorious past and its enduring spirit. A visit to the forts of Jalore is an opportunity to step back in time, unravel the stories of valor and romance, and witness the architectural marvels that have stood tall for centuries. It is an invitation to explore the fascinating history, soak in the breathtaking views, and embrace the charm of Rajasthan's regal heritage. Conservation and preservation efforts. The forts of Jalore, with their historical and cultural significance, require dedicated efforts for their conservation and preservation. Recognizing the importance of these architectural marvels, various initiatives have been undertaken to safeguard their legacy for future generations. Government authorities, in collaboration with heritage conservation organizations, have taken significant steps to restore and maintain the forts of Jalore. Extensive research, documentation, and architectural surveys have been conducted to understand the structural integrity of the forts and identify areas that require immediate attention. Conservation projects focus on stabilizing the fort structures, repairing damaged portions, and preserving the intricate architectural details. Skilled craftsmen and artisans are involved in the restoration process, using traditional techniques and materials to ensure authenticity and adherence to historical designs. Conservation efforts extend beyond physical restoration. Educational programs and awareness campaigns are conducted to promote a sense of pride and ownership among the local community and visitors. By creating awareness about the fort's historical significance and their role in shaping the region's identity, conservationists aim to foster a collective responsibility for their protection. Furthermore, steps are being taken to address environmental concerns and protect the natural surroundings of the forts. Measures like waste management, afforestation, and promoting sustainable tourism practices are implemented to minimize the impact on the ecosystem and ensure the long-term sustainability of these heritage sites. Collaboration between government bodies, local communities, and heritage organizations plays a crucial role in the successful preservation of the forts. Stakeholders work together to develop management plans, implement conservation guidelines, and establish monitoring mechanisms to track the condition of the forts and address any potential threats. Efforts are also being made to promote tourism while ensuring responsible and sustainable visitation. By striking a balance between tourism development and heritage preservation, authorities aim to generate revenue that can be reinvested in the ongoing conservation and maintenance of the forts. The conservation and preservation of the forts of Jalore not only safeguard their physical structures but also preserve the stories, traditions, and cultural heritage associated with them. It allows future generations to connect with their past, learn from the architectural brilliance of their ancestors, and appreciate the rich legacy of the region. With continued dedication, funding, and community involvement, the conservation efforts for the forts of Jalore are expected to create a sustainable framework for their preservation. By protecting these historical treasures, Rajasthan can proudly showcase its architectural heritage and contribute to the cultural enrichment of the nation as a whole. Conclusion. The forts of Jalore stand as remarkable testaments to the rich history, architectural excellence, and cultural heritage of the region. Through their towering walls, intricate designs, and strategic locations, these forts have witnessed centuries of dynasties, battles, and cultural exchanges. The journey through the forts of Jalore takes us back in time, offering glimpses of the valorous past and the vibrant cultural tapestry that shaped the region. From Chittorgarh to Kumbhalgarh, Jaipur to Jaisalmer, Mehrangarh to Ranthambore, and Bundi to Jalore, each fort carries its unique story and contributes to the overall narrative of Rajasthan's grandeur. However, the preservation and conservation of these forts pose significant challenges. The ravages of time, weathering, and human activity have taken their toll on these architectural marvels. Yet, through dedicated efforts and collaborative initiatives, remarkable strides have been made in their restoration, ensuring their survival for generations to come. The conservation and preservation of the forts of Jalore require ongoing commitment from all stakeholders involved: government authorities, heritage organizations, local communities, and visitors. By embracing responsible tourism practices, promoting awareness, and fostering a sense of ownership, we can safeguard these invaluable treasures and sustain the cultural legacy they represent. The forts of Jalore not only serve as reminders of a glorious past but also provide opportunities for education, cultural exchange, and tourism. They continue to inspire awe, ignite curiosity, and connect us with our roots. As we marvel at their grandeur, let us remember that these forts are not mere stone structures but living testaments to the rich history and cultural identity of Rajasthan. In conclusion, the forts of Jalore stand as majestic guardians of Rajasthan's heritage. They remind us of the power, resilience, and artistic brilliance of our ancestors. By preserving and celebrating these architectural wonders, we honor our past, enrich our present, and leave a lasting legacy for future generations to cherish and appreciate.